Well, a new book wants us to put work aside and actually start living. It asks, why can't we just take a break? The book is called Do Nothing, and author Celeste Headlee writes that we are working more, not less, and we are living harder, not smarter. She also says we are now lonelier and more anxious. Headlee writes, quote, "We are members of the cult of efficiency." Celeste Headlee, good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome.
Oh, welcome. I have to say, the book was a tough read for me because as a person who loves to do something and gather
an A personality.
Totally. It just drove me a little bit batty. I want to know, what should we be doing to slow down?
Well, I mean, there's a few things going on here, right? It's really nuanced. Obviously, technology is a problem. So one of the first things you should be doing is trying to take breaks from it. But technology isn't the source of the problem. So even if you were to toss your cell phone into the river, it wouldn't solve your problem. The culture that emphasizes long hours and constant hard work and constant efficiency and improvement, that's the source of the problem, and that's a little harder to counteract.
You write that every time we open our email, we are polluting our time.
That's correct. So we think, okay, so let's say that you get a half hour for lunch, right?
Yeah.
And you go and you eat your lunch, and while you're eating your lunch, you're scanning through social media or...
Guilty, yeah.
Yes, exactly. Well, your brain doesn't distinguish between that and actual work.
Yeah.
So you have not taken a break, in fact. You're going to get to the end of the day completely exhausted because you've given your brain and body, frankly, no rest.
And they need that.
Yeah.
So what do you do then? Like the clock has been invented, right? The Industrial Revolution happened,
Right.
We're all in a capitalist economy. Time really is money in the way we live. How do you fight against all of that as one person?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily fight against it. But what I would say is that you do have 15 or 20 minutes here or there, right? So if you actually get a little bit of a break, instead of searching through Zappos for a new pair of boots, which again your brain interprets as work,
Yeah.
walk outside. You can leave your cell phone at home or at your desk for 15 minutes. It's okay. You will survive. Just go take an actual break.
So this is the real culprit then. So I imagine...
It's the symptom. It's making it way easier for us to do things in a toxic way that have been developing since the late 19th century.
So where do we find this healthy work-life balance?
I mean, that's going to depend on you, right? Your balance might be different from mine. But I will tell you that that boundary between work and home needs to be reestablished. Right now, we're doing home things at work, and we're doing a lot of work things at home, which means to our brains and bodies, our physiology, we're not ever taking a break. We're basically working all the time.
Let's get our terms right here. Like, what is leisure time versus time off?
Yeah.
Interesting, because time off is basically the time you're taking to sort of refresh yourself to get back to work. Right? That's not actual leisure time. I read all these articles advising you to leverage your vacation. Please don't do that. Please do not do that. That's your leisure time. It should be time for you to just chill. That doesn't mean you're idle, right? Like a fisherman is working while they're idle. It doesn't mean inactivity. It just means that you're not focused on producing something.
I love that you have, I believe this is a sloth
That
on
is
the
a sloth.
Yes, a very happy-looking sloth, I should say. But in a sense, we're fighting the culture, though, aren't we? When we're trying to dial down like this.
We are.
And so how do you fight the culture?
Well, you know, that kind of depends on your power, right? Do you have the power to change your schedule and be in control of your schedule? Great. If you don't, then you're going to have to end up taking those 15, 20-minute breaks whenever you possibly can. And most importantly, if you sit down to watch a movie, just watch the movie.
Yes. Increasingly difficult to do.
Indeed.
Or just read the book if you're reading the book.
Right. Yeah. And none of this.
A book whose time has come.
Well, let's pick up her book. Celeste Headlee, thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Do Nothing is on sale tomorrow, so I tried to get it on audiobooks, but couldn't.
Well, so, that would encourage you to do two things at once. Not listen to the audiobook, just read the book.